Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Soulstorm cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Fallen City. Playing on the right hand side, we've got Demilich as the Necrons, and playing on the left hand side as the Orks, we have got Vrax. Vrax will be opening it with triple Slugger Boys, a Grot Squad, Generator and a Boys Hut, whereas Necrons are going to go for quadruple Builder Scabs, double Necron Warriors, and triple Plasma Generators. So here's round 2 Electric Boogaloo of Spooktober versus Orktober. If you remember a game from much earlier on in the month, there was Orks versus Necrons, and do I spoil it? No, in fact, right, if you have not seen the game earlier on this month, please do pause the video now, search the playlists or whatever for Soulstorm, and go watch that game first, because I'm about to spoil who won that match for the rest of this game, because obviously I want to talk about it. So 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert has been done. Okay, so last game it was the Necrons who won. So for the Orks to stay in this game, I mean, we're going to make it a 2 out of 3 or a 3 out of 3, best of 3 even, because why not? So yeah, so the Orks have got to win this game if they want to claim their month back, and they're going to send some Orks over onto the Necron side to capture some stuff. As we saw in the previous game, the Orks were very, very aggressive in the early game, which certainly gave them the economic advantage and that staying power. And the Necrons struggled quite a lot with the map control in that game, but whether that will happen this game, not entirely sure. I mean, they've gone for sextuple Plasma Generators, and ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since I've seen a tuple of sex, let alone this many bits and bobs going on. So it does not look like that they're going to try and go for their map control, which makes sense, because Necrons will struggle against the Orks with it. So they're just going to build up their economy, which is fair play to them. Although there is a bit of a double-edged sword, as if the Orks are able to get that map control uncontestedly, then, well, their economy is just going to skyrocket through the roof, considering that they could take up on just blue money alone. Which at the moment, I mean, what's kind of... Actually, their economy is still a little bit slow to get on top at the moment. Yeah, all their nearest and dearest have been sacrificed for the fairest and farthest, which, yeah, makes sense, because now that the Build Scabs are going to try and come over and try and get them, and they won't be able to. So there. Necron Warriors going to come over onto the southern side and see the Slugger Boys. The listing post being popped straight on top of it. The Slugger's now going to engage in a bit of argy-bargy, form some close combat shenanigans. Build Scabs going to just watch the Grots build up this listing post. Their combat protocols are yet to be assigned to them, and I don't think they ever will. Necron Warriors getting there. Now, I play a bit of Kill Team every now and then, and these are called Gauss, Gauss bayonets. But they're not bayonets, they're axes. And that bothers me that they're called bayonets in Kill Team. Not sure they're called bayonets in in regular tabletop Warhammer. I should know, considering that I do write for a website. If you're familiar with ageofminiatures.com, I'm one of the casual writers on there. Not very often, but once a month I send an article over to them. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. And if you did, then thank you for paying attention to me. So Necron Warriors there, they're actually overriding these Orks here. Orks have got nowhere to hide. They would probably want to get inside this listing post, but the Grots are occupying that space. Oh, get in. There we go. One singular Ork jumping inside as the Grots run away. So well done them. Now they're surviving. Big Mech is doing things, but they are going to get a plasma or Ghost turret up even over here. And not much you can really do over in this situation. Trying to probably scale away those Builder Scabs from building that Ghost up. But there's always more Scabs to build up, and the Necron Warriors are going to surround him. Somebody's going to kill him, but what? 35 green money for them to get some new ones. Also, half of them basically get back up anyway. Not the most even of trades in the Ork roster. Now that Ghost turret is up, Big Mech is going to have to teleport away. He's going to go over onto this side to keep a look on this critical location. Necron Warriors over here have managed to get this listing post down. 2 Slugger Boys left on this side of the map, and they're going to get crumped good and nicely as some Builder Scabs come over to do that decapping and the recapping. Over on this side, Grots are just chilling out near the relic. Have the Orks gone for their own relic? They have gone for their own relic, so that's quite useful. And the Necrons focusing on their economy a little bit in the early game, sacrificing that early game map control for potential mid-game strength. Necron Lord now out. Big Mech too scared to engage close combat. One mighty backhand on that Necron Lord, sending that Slugger Boy to the Shadow Realm. Another one been slam dunked. And there we go. What a mighty, mighty hero. Or Lord. Commander unit. Whatever kind of synonym you want to use. Necron Warrior's been shot at by the upgrade listing post. Slugger Boy's going to get involved. More Grots are going to come over for repairing. Maybe even some combat prowess. It's their little guns. No, these guys are going to run away. Well, got to decide what you're going to do. Ah, they're going to build up a war banner. Very brave from Vrax. But when you're a little bit behind in the economy game, what was it? 122 and 10 compared to 45% and 70. That's not terrible for the Necrons. Looks like he's saving up some money for some tier 2. We could go for tier 2 now if we wanted to. The Necrons are going to teleport back home. And what are you guys doing? I would like to see you spend that money at some point. The longer it sits there, there we go. Ah, yeah, there we go. Tier 2 on the way. Little bit of a waste of time there, but that's fine. No one's perfect. No one's perfect indeed as a Necron Lord. Thinks about going outside, but decides against it. But the Orks still do have the lion's share of the map. They've got this little pocket over here. Relic yet to be captured by the Necrons. And if anything, the more obelisks that they can get, the quicker their build and research speed is. So we'll help them in the well, just in general, I suppose. Oh, on this side, a bit of excess. Finally got some shooter boys on the wings, but no big shooters on them. And it's 6 minutes and 12 seconds in. A little bit late. What kind of... Jeez, you've 65. Have you even gone for a blooming pile of guns? No, he's not gone for pile of guns at all. He's just going bare... Oh, there we go. One pile of guns finished down there just as we were speaking. So yeah, now we can go for those big shooters, and that's exactly what he needs, really desperately, to support his sluggers. Well, a good amount of sluggers here. So he should be able to occupy those Necron warriors for quite some time. Slugger boys down over here will be trying to sort out this obelisk, but the warriors of the southern side and variety will be coming over to shirk them away. Ghost trying to hide from the Bill Scabs. Bill Scabs like, ah, you. I'll get you good and proper. Necron Lord not too keen on these guys hanging around. But a thermo plasma generator going to be securely built up there. The Orks will probably see it there, I imagine. Yeah, so they can definitely see that something's been built up there. So definitely a prime target for them. That's a lot of tech. A lot of tech and resources there for the Necrons to take advantage of, should they wish. Slugger boys being killed. Having to run away. Necron Lord teleporting to a far distant place. As the shooter boys over here been blasted by the obelisk. But yeah, big shooters are online. Oh dear. Poor lad. Been zapped good and proper. Good lord, that ghost turret has got quite the range on it, hasn't it? Was it there was a dude over here? That's like... Oh, is that like more than the... I suppose that's beyond his vision or range, but still... able to do stuff. That's gnarly. 10 slugger boys over here, I like it. I mean, I assume you're going to go for upgrades. Or are you not? Are you just going bareback? Bareback Orks, that's what we like. No need for upgrades, just go for the mass. Got those tank busters out. Tank busters, I imagine, for cracking open this side of the defence. Go for that ghost turret that's now been upgraded to a heavy ghost turret. Shooter boys ready. And they're going to give up on capturing that critical location. Why? I don't know. Wraiths are coming forward. They'll be ideal for tanking and tying up these shooter boys as well. Down on this side, the Necron warriors are chasing away the slugger boys from the relic. Those wraiths, man, they do a lot of damage to lightly armoured range units like shooter boys. Very difficult to contend with. The Orks are struggling quite a lot against these Necrons. Sure, like I said, they've got them penned in. But, you know, the Necrons are not locked in there with them. They are locked in there with them, or whatever that quote is from the Watchmen. You know the one. The one with that ginger guy. With the funny mask. Rorschach, that was his name. John Cena beam comes down. It's been a while since we've seen a John Cena beam. If I can get my words out. Too excited there. Double Wraith still going for those shooter boys. And now, down on the south side, we are seeing a Wraith and a squad of Necron warriors going in over here. No one to defend against them. These war banners being unupgraded. Will take a while to kill anything substantial. Slugger boys are going to come back down. They have found a ghost turret over here. Necron warriors going to teleport over onto this side to help defend over on here. Wraith being slapped down. But will it get back up? That's the question. That's one of the good things about the Wraiths. You don't really need anyone nearby that can sometimes just get up on its own merit, but not today. Immortals now, and this is what I mean. Very risky putting all this stuff around here. Lots of shooty bits for defense, but if you can't get around to defending it, you do lose a lot of material. And the Orks over here will take a long time to be able to ferry themselves down over onto this side, unless, of course, the big mech decides to teleport in. But I'm not sure he's got any fighting or jumping juice, sorry. To get in there. Sucker boys over here. They're dead. They know that they're dead, but they're just trying to screen away these mauls to protect all this stuff. You see tougher bosses research going on. These guys have been upgraded, so they've got double shooty bits on their shooty guns. One. Oh no, never mind. They're going to keep on reinforcing as best they can. Listing post on the verge of death. And we've got some knobs wanting to smash. Necrons, where have you gone? You've probably teleported over here. There we go. They've seen the Orks moving over on this side. To be fair, the Ork push could have came a little bit sooner. So while all the Necron army was down, killing that listing post, they could have come in and done some extra stuff. But that's fine. Time Buster's going to push straight past that John Cena beam. And then fire at the... Not the Necron Lord, come on, fire at the... These, there we go, well done. Time Buster's just been too distracted by everything else. Gonna get a couple of rockets in before the Necron Lord gets some in close combat. Big Mech gonna focus on the Immortals as best as they can. Time Buster's got nowhere to hide at the moment. Could really do with a invisibility. There we go, gonna research that invisibility. Or the infiltration, if you want to use the correct adjective. Destroyer. Not feeling all that destructive in close combat with the big mech. Oh, sorry, the Ork Knobs. Oh, they're going to upgrade themselves with power claws. Now, that is very interesting. You don't normally see that, ever. Yeah, they're going to get clawed open. Deaded. Ghost over here still fighting fresh and fancy. They're also going to turn their attention over onto this side. Got some Mad Docs out of the HQ. Big mech looks like it's gone down at some point. Oh, no, Knobs are going to go after the Feral Plasma Generator. Current economies are 140 and 70 compared to 60% and 130. That is an impressive economy for the Necrons. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plasma generators and a thermal plasma generator. That's a sizable economy if ever I've seen one. Could go for some more upgrades. I mean, you could more or less could go into tier 3 if you wanted to, but going to go for some flayed ones instead, which is ideal. The Ork numbers are small. You would normally not see Necrons go for flayed ones while the Ork numbers are big because they are immune to morale damage. But, nope, they're quite mini at the moment. Mini Orks. Yeah, very unusual. You'll see the Power Claw upgrade. Makes the knobs very expensive. I mean, what? Over on their side, one Ork knob individually, it stands still. It is 45 blue and 10 green, but then more or less doubling their cost when you put a Power Claw on there. But they've got the Fire Juice on them. They're ready to get in. No Power Claws left, but... Oh, they've got one. They've got one at the very least. Flayed ones all up in the biz. Flash Gates trying to keep their distance, but there's a Wraith in there. That's so annoying, as the Wraith will be able to outmaneuver those Flash Gates. But it's time to go for the War Banner instead. Quite the mistake. Don't know who killed you then. Might have been a misclick or something. Didn't look like it was low on health. Unless this was the Ghost turret. Maybe. One of the last knobs. But still reinforcing just in the nick of time. Not sure how long they'll last. Especially against all these flayed ones. Cutting their green flesh into tasty, tasty ribbons. Destroyer and the heavy Ghost turret, and that's really upsetting. Really unfortunate. But they've got their Orky fort, so now they're going to be in tier 3. No matter how many War Banners are killed, they will always be in tier 3. They will lose tier 2, well, access to tier 2 units if they go below 550 population cap, but we'll still have access to all their tier 3 exclusive units. So that's something. Cena being making these flash kits a little bit useless. And oh, it's a killer can. There we go, that's one for your killer can likes to get Immortals involved, and that's a bit of close combat. God, I love Soulstorm because I'm able to turn the graphics up. It's just flipping beautiful. A little bit of reshader. A little bit of high resolution textures from the mod manager. Just a glorious thing. Makes it feel almost like a modern game. And it practically is, more or less. But most modern games don't have this level of, well, not necessarily graphics, but like, just artistic consistency that makes me happy on the inside. If I can sound like a pretentious, artsy-fartsy knob for a second. Warbass, though, he's not feeling artsy-fartsy. He's just feeling fartsy, because he's getting killed by all these stabby bits around him. Not surviving for very long at all. Oh, we've got fighting juice on him there. Hey, he's got the fighting juice on him. So he's just chilling out. Keeping those flash gits. Oh, sorry, those flayed... the flayed gits. The flayed ones. Good lord. That's a tongue twister. That wasn't intentionally made to be a tongue twister. What's going on? Killer cans are just inside the base, trying to kill things. The killer can't get through this little bit, so he's going to go around the long way to get there. But then being shot by another one. That's very unfortunate. Only one killer can at a time, but managing to get it. Over on this side, the flayed ones are getting shot up. A nice defense from Vrax here. Force these guys down a narrow choke point. They want to get them. They've got to come a long way, but there's double warbanners, which again follows them down, even makes that choke point even chokier. Learning lots of new adjectives today. The warbanners, they're standing up alright. Manage some grots. Gonna get a Mega Armor Knob squad. Just because they can. Destroyers engaging close combat with the flash gates. That's not where the flash gates want to be. Yeah, maybe pushing forward a little bit too far. The flash gates can't really do anything against these rafts. Need to stand around these war banners. Been upgraded? Yeah, you've been upgraded with double shooty bits. So need to stand around those to keep those rafts at bay. Over onto this side, the killer can is still knocking around. And dies. Although, Vrax has got the money for... Who's going to go for a fighter bomber now? That would really, really help. If anything, if fire out your own boys, the boys I don't think take friendly fire damage, but they do get knocked back. But Wraith will also get knocked back, which will allow the flash gets to get a little bit of firing done. Mega Armor Knobs chasing after that Necron Lord. These guys, we've seen them before, tear their way through Demon Prince. In fact, if they are full health, and they've got all the models out, and they've got all the upgrades like tougher war bosses and stuff, they're a very serious threat to most commanders and single target units. Pariahs out and about, but the fighter bomber missing spectacularly, has a long reload time as well. And oh dear, that's a mortals as well as pariahs. So Vrax is going to focus on the... Oh no, never mind. He's going to focus on the pariahs. Pariahs, that's a lot of fire coming in actually. We're going to see these war banners being upgraded. Wonderful focus on the upgrading of the war banners. Quite a lot of Ork players, including myself, do forget to upgrade their war banners with bigger shooters. But we're seeing its effect. Definitely seeing its effect. Mad Dog getting a explosive down there, which I imagine killed all the immortals. There we go, we're seeing one mortal corpse there, so that would have been cool to see. But we didn't. Because well done map awareness for me, Mr. Landshark. Give that boy a medal. The Mad Dog here going to survive this. Briar's going to chop him up. When they get back on the feet, that is, from the back sides. Double destroyers. And the Orks are now actually regaining a little bit of ground. The Necrons certainly have the advantage considering that. I mean, I bet your economy's still ridiculous. Yeah, your economy's still ridiculous. You could just keep things aflowing. At this point, the Necrons would probably benefit from a second Necron monolith to keep those fighting forces up and going. If you've got the money, you need to keep on spending it. A lot of Necron players, again, much like the Orks, forgetting to upgrade their war banners. A lot of Necron players will also forget to buy that second Necron monolith when their economy is absolutely booming. It's always good to get another one. Because, I mean, even if you don't know what to buy, just constant whatever, flayed ones to jump in. Destroyers, because they tend to die quite frequently. But anything really is good and golden. Make sure going for that extra vehicle armor, but the pariahs see it. They smell it at the very least, trying to take it out, and it will not be researched before its time is done. No time left to cook in the oven. That's a major blow for Vrax there. I mean, he's got all his money back, but it will take him a lot longer to get it back. We'll have to build up another mech shop and then start researching it again. But some looted Lehman Russell would have would be an excellent addition to this firing line here. Squiggoth will be hard to maneuver around this map, but then again, so will a Necron Monolith. And you can always put your Squiggoth in range stance if it's being that much of a problem. Although, I mean, only cowards put their Squiggoths in range stance. Don't at me in the chat, I'm correct on that. You've got to get your Squiggoth in melee, because that is just the rules. Mad Doc over here, been left alone in the world. Backed-handed into the Sealer Beam. Well, no one will see him anymore. His time is up, his time is now. Etc, etc, you know the rest. Flash gets firing away. Necron Lord phase shifting around. Keeping his allies safe and sound. And these pariahs, man, they're still knocking around. Nothing's getting them down. And actually, I mean, if Vrax just sent something, anything, a squad of shooter boys over here, just to sort these guys out, they might have actually solved their problem a long time ago. Because these guys are more or less backdooring the entirety of his base, but his focus and attention is so much focused on these guys, he can't really spare a single unit. Not really if he wants to keep this pusher going. Double Mad Docs on the way, trying to rejoin these flash kits, and now there's no one else defending them. I mean, the pariahs, yeah, okay, fair enough. They do a great job, but they are quite expensive to reinforce at 50 green money, but then again, infinite money cheat. It's gone for the energy core. Necron Lord can transform into a Deceiver, who can then basically change half this army onto the other side. The big Wallow, which is quite useful. Good Lord, someone, for the love of God, stop it, he's already dead. MVP. Men of the match. Men of the match? Men of the match. If these are even men at all, I assume gender is of no concern to the Necrons. Well, before they got their big update in 2000 and whatever. But yep, all this tech down here has been killed. All's going to get it decapped as well. We just need one squad of shooter boys with big shooters and the fire bombers to combine and stuff, but no. Also probably going to lose his big generator if they're not careful. Orks are going to continue pushing on this side though, getting those decaps in. Also a decap going over onto this side. Are we seeing that? Ah, so Necron Monolith cannot be turned into an Awakened Monolith, but triple Necron Monolith's actually very nice to see. We'll certainly be getting a use from that excess economy. And as you can see up here, the squad cap and the vehicle cap is yet to be satiated. So that third Necron Monolith is definitely needed. Lord Destroyer now out, so when we see those looted Leman Russes, which we should be doing at sometime soon, there we go, extra vehicle armor on the way. Once we see that, it should be alright. But I mean, will they be alright? Because this one singular Pariah squad, double war banners, a plasma generator, I think, a listing post, and now also a bigger plasma generator. The amount of value that those guys have got so far is incredible. Well, the push is on. Lord Destroyer being blocked by this blooming statue. Get out of the way. Affecting the visuals of the match. That I cannot abide by. Necron Lord phase shifting through the brickery. And the Ork's going to fall back this way. Because, oh, the Lord Destroyer is getting past it. Alright, fair enough. Gonna ignore the pariahs, but one single Lord Destroyer. But then again, the mech shop's on its way. The looted Leman Russes. And the pariahs have seen this. So, I mean, well, any kind of tanks that come out now are going to be very vulnerable to Lord Destroyer. Oh no, Lord Destroyer is going to go for the fire bombers, so being cancelled instead. Well, self-destructed. Which is totally kosher. It's not against the rules. Mutual self-destruction is the Orky way. And the Orks deciding to not chase off that Lord Destroyer and decide to go for the push again. Flash gets been locked into stasis. Cannot move, but cannot be damaged neither. The Mega Armor Knobs, with their mighty power claws, got a lot of flayed ones on the incoming. I mean, how many have we got in the Ah, that's strange. I assume that there'll be a whole bunch already said, you've got the money, you've got the space for it. Imagine if you just had like 4 Flayed One squads teleporting straight in, all in auto-reinforce with that economy that you got going. That would be quite a serious problem for the Flashgates and the Mega Armor Knobs. Over into the Ork base, the Pariahs are still causing absolute mayhem. Nothing is stopping them at all. We've got a Tank Buster squad, but Tank Buster are not going to do that much against infantry and heavy infantry. It's a lot of pressure there. I know I might sound like I'm being a bit harsh here, and to be fair, I probably am. There is a lot to consider. There's a lot going on. One Flashgate squad looks like it's been taken down, question mark? Oh no, they've got... Hold on. Hold your horses there, kiddo. They've got one Flashgate squad over here. And yeah, it's just the one. Lord Destroyer. Freezing him again. Tank Buster's ignoring the Lord Destroyer. Oh, are you also in status when that happens? Right, okay, that makes sense. She's gonna chill out. Mega Armor Knob's not yet ready to commit to a fight with those Flashgates. Or those Flayed Ones, sorry. Down this side. Ah, there we go. Flashgates now over here. And finally, the reign of terror of these Pariahs have caused. They've even taken out another listing post down here as well. Which is massively... In fact, losing those 2 listing posts for such the length of time that they have, as well as the bigger generator, certainly cost them a lot in the long term for their economy. Now got that Restore Monolith on the way, blowing things up. Flashgates exploded left and right. I can see where it was going. I can see where it was going. There's only 1 squad, and we've got 4 squads down here, so we could push through. We could win a base trade. It's understandable. The maths was there. The logic was there. You did the calculations, but by God, Orks aren't that great at math. 1 knob, got the fine juice on there, but also no morale. Let's see if we can get a friend before it wears out. Can he manage it? Does look like it. Oh no, never mind. Oh, that's so sad. Been nipple-grippled before being thrown over the shoulders. Over on this side, the Orks are doing a counter-push. Lehman Russ and Flashgates firing good and proper. No more fighter bomber, but double loot tanks. I've got some grots repairing. That's what we're allowed to see. Flayed Ones getting exploded. As the Flayed Ones over here are suffering the exact same fate, I imagine. Flash gets firing at range as a Necron phase shifts out of nowhere. But the slow, impending progress of this Restore Monolith, once it gets out of the Ork base, they're going to struggle a little bit. But actually going to go in for that teleport. Can I get a cinematic reveal? Oh, look at that. Stick that in the compilation album. Just annihilating things from a distance. A baleful green glow. A crackle of lightning. And the Orks are like, oh no, we don't like lightning. That's right bad. Still gonna get gilded. Loot tanks over here. They're being swarmed by either side. Lord Destroyer looking to just try and flare with one of these tanks. Might even grab one. Gonna start getting all hentai inside it, and there we go. Lower tank now being commanded by the deadly force of the Necrons here. Huge war scythes being swished around that Lehman Russ. No tanks. No thanks from the Orks. Okay, GG, well played. And it was. It really, really was. The idea was there. You've got to bear in mind as well that Vrax is not, blooming, he's not a vanilla main. He's trying it out, and he's doing a really good job, I think. It's always hard to adapt to a new version of, don't know what. And it's alright, like I say. The theory was there. The maths was done. The calculations, the calibrations are all done. Just maybe not quite to the standard He was herping. But thank you ever so much for sending this game into the Discord, Vrax, as always. And if you'd like to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you one extra game a week. And there is also a Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description, as always. I've been Mr. Lunchshark, pleasure as always, never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.